Tonight, from Oklahoma City, it's Week 17 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Patrick Mahomes and the Oklahoma City Bisons versus Mitchell Trubisky and the Salt Lake City Elks.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Salt Lake City Elks and the Oklahoma City Bison. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we look at this Oklahoma City team as they interplay here. They come in playing pretty good football, winners of 4 of their last 6 games. Meanwhile, for the visitors, Salt Lake City. Here we go. The final week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway. This will make it into the end zone. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by their quarterback who grew up just outside of Cleveland on Lake Erie, Mitchell Trubisky.
You enjoyed watching that game tape, didn't you?
Yeah,
last week's game.
Good. 4 touchdowns, 1 pick.
Now, you were a little upset about the pick. I didn't know if you would play him this week or not if you were the head coach.
Hey, they got the win.
You got the win, so you got to give him another chance?
Give him another shot.
All right, I think the ratio is pretty good. He'll try to eliminate the interception, but he wants to keep that hot streak going, throwing touchdown passes.
This pass into the arms of Snead. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. From the gun, it's Trubisky. That's into the hands of Eckler. Call it no gain there on the first down play. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
At the 35.
Now it's Trubisky.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
A gain of 18 yards, a big pickup there on 3rd down. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
Austin Eckler, the ball carrier.
The numbers for him from a week ago. 14 carries, 66 yards.
He's been a huge part of their winning streak because he establishes not just an identity and a tone, but the team relies on it. He takes care of the football, he gains yardage for him, chews up clock, and that's been a big part of why they're winning games lately.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Nickel formation here defensively. Out of the gun, Trubisky. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. And 12 yards that time and picking up the first. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on third down. They did. Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count. Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. He'll get this to Eckler. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on third down.
Brings up 3rd down.
Now Trubisky. He is going to find Hill here. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line.
An 8-yard.
It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive. We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. First carry of the game for Jalen Samuels. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
13-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 7.
Trubisky will throw. He dumps it to Eckler underneath. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Austin Eckler, his 9th touchdown of the season. And this offense takes the ball down the field and scores on their opening drive. Final week of the year, an absolute must-win game for them, so they needed to get on the board first. They were able to do just that. And you laid out the stakes, so just think what they've been working with this entire build-up towards this game. Must win. Got to get on the board first. They accomplished that. Now they can't have any type of a letdown. Long way to go in this one. It's up and good, and it'll give his guys a 7-0 lead. That one in the books as a 12-play drive.
Nothing. Harrison.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. As we get a peek at the former Red Raider and 10th pick in the 2017 draft, Patrick Mahomes. That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be. Mahomes now on first down. Gets this one to Juszczyk. That catch good for only a couple. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. First carry now for Gus Edwards. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. A look at the numbers last week for Edwards. 14 carries, 72 yards.
And, partner, I thought it was a lot of fun for us to be able to sit in on their film session with the offensive line. We saw how they blocked it up last week to pretty good success, and we see what their game plan is for this week. They expect that defensive front to be someone they can move.
Mahomes firing complete, and they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 12 yards there and a first down.
First and 10 at the 49.
On the counter, it's Edwards. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Taken down at the 50-yard line. 1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Now it's the fullback. This is Kyle Juszczyk.
The give to the fullback.
They definitely established a rhythm on this drive, moving the ball quite well. And big man with football is an integral part of the whole thing.
They'll try and run for the first with Edwards. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Well, they just watched the other team take the ball downfield and score, so they knew that this drive, this opening drive, was on them. And, boy, that was important to pick up that first down there and keep this one going.
Now on first down. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And he will take it in for the touchdown. Amari Cooper, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up. That's an old-fashioned death march there, partner. Took them a lot of plays, but, hey, they did the job.
And the defense always preaches getting off the field, making a play, and turning it back over to their own offense. Unable to do so. A long, sustained drive by the offense.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Fielded in the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. And it's all come down to this, hasn't it? Final week of the regular season. As this year's playoffs play out anything like the regular season has gone, could be in for a wild and fun month of January.
And we can break the rules because we can look ahead. All right, there's not a coach out there that's ever said to their team, all right, let's look three weeks down the road. It's always right here, right now. Forget that. Think about what the playoffs are going to look like. The teams that we see that are already in, the teams that are trying to get in, we could have some great matchups.
They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. And that's incomplete.
Trubisky's pass.
That right there, his first incompletion so far in this game, Charles. He was 9 of 9 before that.
Yeah, I think that qualifies as being locked in.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
Defense.
So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
A big play there on the catch and run. On the quick handoff, it's Juszczyk. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. On the left side, he finds Beasley. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds.
First and goal.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal.
On 2nd and goal, Mahomes. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Hard throw, incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
10, Elks 7.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
At their own 25-yard line.
And this offense led by Mitchell Trubisky going to make their way back out there. He's had a solid start to this game, but bottom line is they're losing, so he doesn't care about his stats. He just wants to right the ship on the scoreboard.
He wants to actually increase his stats because he feels like if he does, that means things will get better for his team, maybe get him back into the ball game or into the lead. In these situations, I remember playing with a quarterback once where he actually ran out onto the field first ahead of everyone else just to say, guys, let's go. Try and create that energy, create that spark.
Well, so far he has 1 touchdown, 1 interception. He'll be looking for that 2nd touchdown now. Off the play fake, here's Trubisky. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A gain of 13, it's a first down.
And the Salt Lake City first down.
Throwing here, Trubisky. And he's got his man, the tight end, McDonald. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Vance McDonald. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Trubisky. And yes, complete to the tight end, McDonald.
Complete.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler, and he'll be brought down at about the 42. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. Going for the deep ball. And that is going to be incomplete. The 4th down pass play doesn't work out. And as a result, possession switches hands. So certainly the question there, 4th and very short, why throw so deep?
Sometimes the defense actually forces you into these things. Sometimes. What happens is you might end up in a man coverage where they press up tight. Could be a zone coverage where they're crowding the line of scrimmage, and receivers have to convert their routes to try and beat that coverage, and you end up throwing it deeper than you want to. Preferably, you want a 3-yard pass in this situation. Get the first down and keep the sticks going.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. A nice toss play there to the left. More than enough room to move the chains.
And you know what I love about that play as a broadcaster? Seeing the big guys move. Seeing them get upfield and take out defenders. You know what I hated as a defensive back? That exact same thing. Seeing those linemen coming downfield, getting ready to blot out the sun.
First man through. It's the fullback use check. And he's going to be met at about the 43. The tackle that time by Zach Cunningham.
Now that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mahomes rolling to his left. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
Now how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down. Cooper's got it. And he He's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's an excellent read right there. Saw cover one. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there. And he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. They'll run here with Edwards. And a short pickup there down to about the 9.
The ball carrier.
Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. The ball situated at the 9, 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them. This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Two minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Here's Mahomes, 3rd and goal. And he'll find Moreau here. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
25-yard attempt.
Zerline's kick is up and through. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7.
Bisons 13. Elks 7.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
At their own
Salt Lake City's offense back onto the field. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Here's Trubisky. Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down. And you can almost feel Trubisky saying, let's get to the line and hurry up. And he finds McDonald. And he'll be stopped right at midfield.
complete to Van.
From midfield now, here's Trubisky. That one complete to Hill. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45.
Hill. Out of bounds at the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd.
To throw again on 2nd down. Trubisky. And an incomplete pass.
Trubisky's
That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
It's 3rd down. And
Looking to throw again, Trubisky. On the screen, this is Eckler. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a 1st down.
Now Trubisky on 1st down. Dancing to his left. Now he'll pull it down. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
brings up 2nd and 3.
Now it's Trubisky. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
First down, Elks.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Austin Eckler, the intended target. And second down.
Austin Eckler. It's now second and 10.
Here's Trubisky to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on third down. He'll drop this one off to Eckler. And they're going to drop him well shy of the first, as he can only make it to the 11. Now Harrison Butker for the field goal try.
A 28-yard attempt.
Butker's kick here is good. And that will cut the lead back down to 3 at 13-10.
13. Elks 10.
So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And he's going to have the first down as they move into field goal range here at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
The OKC offense ready to set up shop again. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line.
So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll get our tour started out at Venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. And that one is still scoreless as they play in the second quarter. From there, we're off to check out another game. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The OKC offense ready to set up shop again. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. To the left side. 7 yards there, a first down.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got to step on them. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Mahomes to throw once more. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete.
10 more yards.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. Now here's Mahomes. And able to complete it to Moreau. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down.
1st and 10 at the 18.
The drive stays alive. A 3rd down gain of 8. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Edwards now on 1st and 10. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Well, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. Mahomes going to throw. Going for it all. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down and 14.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. Zach Cunningham drops him for a 4-yard loss there, and that brings up 4th down. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
A 42-yard attempt.
And Zerline's kick is good. And that extends their advantage to 6 at 16 to 10.
16. Elks 10.
So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick. Right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
At their own.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the 2nd half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things.
He's got daylight past the 20 and touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 76 yards. And his guys are an extra point away now from taking the lead.
Hey, when you're thinking about your opening drive in the third quarter, you're thinking about exactly that, putting together a drive. But instead, what did we get?
Big pass downfield, touchdown. I thought, okay, just sitting back in my chair, let's get eased in, a couple runs. No, boom.
Yeah, forget the body blows, folks. Let's throw the big shot right now.
Butker on for the PAT. It's up and good, and they take the lead by a point, 17-16. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra-quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Patrick Mahomes on his way out for their next drive. He's hoping to channel his first half play. They had the lead at halftime, was playing well. Flip the script here in the third quarter a little bit.
I think he misses the Pee-wee days, you know, when you just got the orange slice at halftime, right? And remember, there weren't any real adjustments then, right? You weren't looking at some tape, right? You weren't looking at stuff off of the surface tablets. You just went back out and played. Right now, maybe the adjustments have caught up to him.
Well, we'll see. Maybe he just needs a couple orange slices here for this drive.
You don't see too many pass-catching fullbacks nowadays, partner. In fact, you don't see too many fullbacks, period.
Good news, though, he does have decent hands, and we saw it right there on display. 12 yards there and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Open man, Taylor Gabriel. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
On the pickup brings up 2nd and 2 at the 47-yard line.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. DeMarcus Lawrence has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. Now Mahomes. And he's going to go down again.
Patrick Mahomes.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sack.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
Now on now is the punter. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. It's a 39-yard punt, 3 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Salt Lake City's offense back onto the field. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was really easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. They'll throw on 1st down with Trubisky. He's got his target. That's Zach Pascal.
Trubisky's pass.
That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
It's 2nd and inches.
They'll run here with Eckler. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
He's tackled at the 34-yard line. A gain of 4 yards. And the Salt Lake City.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. Gets this one to Hill. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 yards on the pickup there.
First down, Salt Lake City.
On the ground, it's Eckler. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. So they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. It's Eckler again. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
At the 12-yard line. A gain.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now Eckler, and this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far, but 2nd and 13 here. Going on the ground with Eckler. And he stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's
throwing here, Trubisky. His throw caught at about the 5. And he will not be able to get the first as he can get this only down to the 5. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So a big one coming now for Harrison Butker. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Butker's kick here is good. And they add on and get a little bit of a cushion. It's 20-16 now.
16.
So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, it's a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
26-yard line.
Now this offense ready to head back out there. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the first down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the fourth quarter. If he needs to make those plays with the legs, go ahead, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections, they're off.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Over the middle, Amari Cooper, it's complete. And they'll get this route past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. It's another first down on what will be a gain of 21 yards. So Amari Cooper out of Northwestern High School in Miami making a nice play there.
And it's so funny that when I was going through the draft process when he came out of Alabama and was inquiring about him and his skills, They say it all began back in Miami. He really became a pro receiver at a young age because of his attention to detail and precision. But don't forget his athletic ability. That's what made that catch there.
He did spend 1 year with Teddy Bridgewater as his quarterback there, so that helped back in high school.
Mahomes pass.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5. At the
Throwing again on 2nd down. Mahomes, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
And again, it's Mahomes. Defense will get their hands on it. And they're going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you. All right? So if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here come the defenders.
He's going to wind up and air it out. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Trubisky. Brought in left side by Snead. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 39 yards there, a big one.
This is what made the West Coast offense a staple around the NFL in the 80s and 90s. You don't have to push the ball deep downfield to come up with big plays, and there's an example of that right there.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Here is Eckler. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 15-yard line.
Now Trubisky. Flushed out right. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the right hash, this from 33. Butker's kick here is good. And that'll make this a 7-point game.
Makes the score Elks 23, Bisons 16.
From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
The OKC offense ready to set up shop again. And that last turnover could have proven more costly, but their defense only gave up 3. But now answering with a field goal doesn't do them much on this drive. They need to try and find the end zone. On 1st down, Mahomes gets this one to Juszczyk. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Kyle Juszczyk. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 30-yard line.
Working from the gun, Mahomes stepping up. He's going to keep it. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
He's brought down at the 31. A gain of a yard on the play brings up 3rd and 4.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. And he'll find the road here. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Catch made, it's Moreau. He'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
That was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Khalil Mack able to record his 5th sack of the season.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Another try after the first down sack. Mahomes. And now he's going to use his legs. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this will be scooped up by the defense. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. So it's our visitors with a football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. The result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. Once more, here's Eckler. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And they will take a knee here. 38-yard line, 2nd and 11. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss there. Now 3rd and 14.
Well, they went back to him, but the results were similar, so I highly doubt that he'll get another opportunity here on 3rd and long.
Couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. They will take the knee here, and they will finish this regular season with a victory.
Well, they certainly didn't appear to be fired up about their options throwing the football. So, to me, this seems like a case of just kind of taking their medicine there, run the ball, see if they could pick up something. Instead, they were throwing for a loss.
But Charles, a one-score game. Down to the end we went. They had one final play in that one-score game. We all knew what was coming, the Hail Mary. They just couldn't get it done.
Wasn't exactly complicated, was it? We all knew, as you said, and go long and see if we can find someone open. They didn't get it done. Someone's happy. Someone is not.
So for Salt Lake City, a final win means they will finish off the regular season at a very strong 12-4. And now they'll await the final seeding for the playoffs ahead. Meanwhile, for Oklahoma City, despite the loss here, they're going to wind up with a very good 11-5 overall mark. And now they'll have to see how the final playoff picture will all shake out. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.